It's been exactly a year today, 16th March 2025. We lost June 2024 exactly, and I want to share with you all how the journey has been so far. It's been hard filming this, but I'll try as much as possible to get it done.
Shejackiesays, with the strength of a woman, Shejackiesays, with the power of a woman, Shejackiesays, everywhere she goes, every day, Shejackiesays, looking so fly,
What's cooking? What's popping? SJS Nation, SJS fam, it's your girl Shejackiesays, and I am back once again on your screens with another video. Yes, guys. So it's been a minute, and today's video is going to be very short. I promise. It's been a while I sat down here to do a video, but real quick. Today is a video that I've been struggling with for the past 1 year. I think I shot one and it's been very difficult for me. I sat down to sit here here wearing my black overall to tell you guys what had been happening even before I came back this year to start posting videos. Today is a very interesting day. It's a very important day in my life, and I just feel like I want to do a chit chat because it's been a while. I brought you guys into my life a little bit. So exactly a year today, 16th March 2025. Today's 16th March 2025. So a year ago, 16th March 2024. I was on a phone call with someone quite early in the morning because of the time difference. Whoever I was talking to wasn't in Ghana. So my mom started calling me. And she was calling me very early. It was very, very early. She had been calling me for a while, and it was surprising because usually I don't wake up early on a Saturday. So for my mother to be calling me on a Saturday morning that early, it means it was serious. So I stopped the call and I called my mom back. Then my mom tells me that my brother, also my uncle, is missing. I was like, how? And this person, so let me tell you guys my relationship with this person. We literally grew up before the younger ones were born. It was just him and I before my other two brothers and my sisters and everybody came into the picture. So my childhood actually is being characterized by him because there's no Jackie without him. And that was how we were, like inseparable. But then we grew up, work, school, and other things, and all this kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. So my mom called and she was like, oh, we can't find him. We're like, that's a grown-ass man. You can't find him. I mean, at that point, when she started going further, saying that he didn't get home yesterday, and he's unlike, he's not the person where he stay out without telling anybody and all that. He's never slept out without telling anybody. So at that point, to be truthful with you all, I don't know how to express my feelings and let you guys know how I felt at that moment, but I felt very dark, even though I didn't know what was going on. Then I started to feel scared because this was so unlike the person. But then my mom was like, they were going to look for him, moving from Kwo to Kumasi because he had left Kwo to move to Kumasi at that point. And then what happened was about 2 hours later, I saw my mom calling. I picked up and she started to cry. It's not like she started to cry. As soon as I picked up, she cried. I've never seen my mom cry my whole life. My 20-something years on this earth, I have never seen my mom cry. Never. She's this strong woman. So she was like, oh, cool. I picked up and I was like, Jackie. As soon as I heard her cry, I didn't even need her to go ahead to tell me what was happening. At this point, I was just laying in this couch right behind me. I felt these goosebumps and I felt cold at that point. It was very hot at that point. Around that time, it was very hot. I mean, it's so hot. It's very hot right now. But then what happened was I felt this sudden coldness enter me and I felt weak. So I even stopped the call, whatever thing I was doing, and I just became weak all of a sudden. That's how I felt. The news is like it just broke me at that point. Then the previous night, just to take it back a little bit, the previous night they had posted on our work page that I'm a journalist, so we get these issues beforehand, before anybody else out there gets these kind of information. So what happened was I had seen pictures, videos on our page, but I didn't look at it. I didn't look at it because I felt that it wasn't really like I didn't know anybody there, and I just didn't want to spoil my eyes by looking at dead bodies and all that. So I didn't. So I had to go back, and that was the only big accident that had happened on the Accra Kumasi Highway, just as you can see on the screen. I saw bloggers and everybody posting the pictures all over, and while my family was grieving, crying, I was still here crying. But then I'm pretty sure I was the only person who got the images and everything because they didn't have time to go on social media and all that. And seeing all those gory images, like, my God. So it broke me for a long time. My family, that's the first time that we had lost someone that young in my family. We hadn't really lost anybody. Usually they grow old, they fall sick, and this just happened. This is like the most loved person in my family. It broke me. So the following day we had to travel to Kumasi to me in my house, wailing. I wouldn't say crying, it was full of wailing. And yeah, over the past the days that followed, it was hard. It was hard. Then we had the 1 week. So usually I don't know where you're watching me from, but Ghanaians can relate. But if you're a Ghanaian, usually when you lose someone, when someone dies, we do this 1 week. We do the 1 week celebration. So exactly, some people push the dates further, but we did it exactly 1 week that we heard of the news. So exactly 1 week of it, we did the 1 week celebration. And so, the day he died on a Friday, we found out on a Saturday. The Wednesday was supposed to be his 32nd birthday. And that Saturday that we held his 1 week was supposed to be his master's graduation. It was hard for the family during the 1 week. The cries, you got to see his picture. The only memory we had of him was his picture. But then the day before we had the 1 week, I moved to the mortuary with my uncle and my aunties to go see the body, which I shouldn't have done in the first place. I got hunted for days because that wasn't the body, the brother that I know. That wasn't the person that I know. The body was very different. The body was very, very different at that point. And I don't know why this thing is so up. The body was very different at that point, and I saw the body, and it looked like the only thing that he had was just a scar on his leg. He didn't really have. It looked like it was internal bleeding because the last thing he did was trying to gasp for air. So yeah, it's hard for me talking about it right now because it's like I'm trying to relive everything. So fast forward, what did I even do? So the unfortunate thing about all this is during that hard period, there was one person who was my confidant and my friend who was helping me through that. That was a friend I made in church last year. My Christian life started elevating last year before I lost him. So there was this one friend who was my confidant, and unfortunately, he's also a viewer on this channel, but unfortunately, he's also passed away. He passed away in December. He was very helpful to me. So I'm just trying to tell you some of the stuff I did to stay sane. Yeah, I tried to immerse myself in work a bit, even though it wasn't working, but tried to be around people. Still didn't do away with God. I was still in church because at the end of the day, I still needed God more than ever to heal me of whatever heartbreak, because my heart was broken at that point. My family, it was around that time that too, it was my birthday. It was on my birthday, so around that time. So for the first time, as a girl who was from Kowu in the Eastern region, if you're watching me right now, you've never heard of Kowu. Kowu is one of the towns in Ghana. It's an Eastern region where they really celebrate the Easter festivities. But for the first time in my family, we didn't, because we were mourning. So we didn't do all those things. What I did trying to stay sane was trying to just be around people, immerse myself in work, pray, and talk to people. I think it helps. To whoever watching me right now, it's not easy. It's never easy. Yesterday, I cried. I was actually talking to myself, talking to God, and I was like, oh my God. Sometimes it feels surreal. It feels like this person has just traveled and I'm not going to see him again. Yes, that's how hard it has been for my family. I haven't spoken to my parents yet. I tried reaching out to my mother, but she didn't pick up yesterday. I see my aunties and I see everybody posting on social media. I mean, family members posting their bit on social media on what they think or how they remember him fondly. And this, I mean, so basically, the essence of just trying to let you know that it has been hard, one solid year, and especially knowing very well, it's different when a person fell sick, but this is someone who, it was a gory accident, and it was all over social media. It was all over social media. I now feel what other people feel when maybe someone passes away and like everything is all over social media. It keeps coming back. It keeps hurting you. Like it keeps wherever you pass. If you're internet savvy like me, you're always out there on social media, and you get to see this on your TL every moment. Imagine how you're going to feel. It has been a hard 1 year for myself, my siblings, and my family, but all we do is try to have the good memories of him. And I think what we mostly tell ourselves is that we all feel that he's in a better place. We get to see him soon. Sometimes I feel like he's even dead. It doesn't even feel like that. So basically, that is how it has been so far, for the past 1 year. And I believe that moving forward, things are the pain. God created us in this way, and it will be in such a way that it will get to a point in time, even though I would never forget, but the pain would decrease and all that. Today, I kept on going through, I was in church earlier. I kept on going through some of my messages to him, some of the stuff I wrote on his TL, and sometimes it makes me still feel closer. It feels like the person's phone is spoiled and the person is not there. But guys, it is what it is, and that is how my 1 year has been. And talking about the other person, my confidant, who also, I lost him. He also fell sick, as a result of stomach cancer. He was even at the funeral, came to support me in Kowu. I mean, my only friend who passed through for me, I lost him in December, and it was hard. It was hard for me. And the weird thing is, they all share the same age. They all died at the age of 32. And I quite remember my friend when he found out that my brother was dead, and he was like, oh, we share the same age. So sad. And God actually knows best. He knows best, and he knows why certain things happen. But then if you're dealing with loss right now, what I want to tell you is, I know it's not easy at all. Sometimes you can talk to yourself. It feels like you're going mad. It feels like it's not real. The person is not dead until probably you bury him. You see the person being put down in the ground, and you feel like, okay, oh my God, so it's real. It's true. It's true that this person has passed away. Yes, it is. But all I want to tell you right now is that just know that it's a phase. We are definitely going to get through it. I'm not over it yet. But these past few months, I tried to be better. And you just tell yourself that, what would this person say when he was alive? What would this person say when she was alive? And you make sure that you live a life that they will be proud of. You make sure you have people around you. And most importantly, don't forget your prayer, because at that point, you are broken, you are depressed, you are going through a lot of phases. You become very vulnerable. So if you don't pray, oh my God, you definitely become a prey to something that you don't want to. That's vibes right there. A prey to something. If you don't pray, you become a prey. You should understand. If you don't pray, you would become a prey. So basically, guys, I just didn't want this video to be long. This 1 year has been, for me, it's been hard, it's been tough on myself and my family, juggling everything together, work and all that. But by God's grace, I'm still alive, and I want you guys to know that I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And I'm pretty sure that whoever is dealing with loss right now, this gives you comfort and hope that you'll be fine. You'll be fine. God knows best. Sometimes we can't actually fathom what he's trying to do with us or what he's trying to tell us. But we should know that he knows the beginning and he knows the end of the story. And with him, I mean, just put your faith and trust in him. Why am I sounding preachy right now? Like I'm preaching. But however way this message got to you, in a preachy form, in any form that it got to you, I just hope that it makes sense to you. And moving forward, you know how to deal with the loss of a loved one. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you have any other questions on how I dealt with loss over the past 1 year, just leave it down below in the comment section, or whatever thing you want to tell me, leave it down below in the comment section. It's your girl Shejackiesays, your hostess with the mostess. And of course, I haven't forgotten that I promised you guys content. It's still being cooked. Yes, it's still being cooked. And if you still want to have any collaboration with me, just slide into my DM, or better still, my email is down in the description box. Just send me an email and let's get talking. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Peace, and I am out.
Every day, Shejackiesays, looking so fly. Shejackiesays, young YouTuber, always on the tube trying to make a living. Never gonna freaking stop, no way. Ain't nobody stopping her, no way. Yes, no way.